is running low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Thomas and the breakdown train. Every day, the fat director comes to the station to catch his train, and he always says hello to Thomas. There are lots of trucks in the yard. Different ones come in every day, and Thomas has to push and pull them into their right places. He worked hard. He knew now that he wasn't so clever as he had thought. Besides, the fat director had been kind to him, and he wanted to learn all about trucks so he could be a really useful engine. But on a siding by themselves were some trucks that Thomas was told he mustn't touch. There was a small coach, some flat trucks, and two queer things his driver called cranes. That's the breakdown train, he said. When there's an accident, the workmen get into the coach, and the engine takes them quickly to help the hurt people, and to clear and mend the line. The cranes are for lifting heavy things like engines and coaches and trucks. One day, Thomas was resting in the shed when he heard a loud noise. What was that? Said Thomas. An engine was rushing down the main line. And I gotta run away. Ow! They're pushing me! The engine was named James, and it was his first day, and because he had wooden brakes, they were on fire. They're pushing me! James. On, yelled the trucks, as James whistled, help, as they went under the bridge. I'd like to teach those trucks a lesson, said Thomas. Presently, a bell rang. James is off the line, he said. The breakdown train, quickly. Once Thomas got the breakdown train ready, he was soon on his way to help James. Bother those trucks, said Thomas. I just hope poor James isn't hurt. Meanwhile, James, driver, and fireman were feeling him all over to make sure he wasn't hurt. This wasn't your fault, James, they said. It was those stupid wooden brakes. I knew we never should have gotten those. When the breakdown train arrived, Thomas helped clear away the wreckage by carrying the old trucks back to the station. As Thomas, the tank engine, pulled away the wreckage, the trucks would say, oh. As Thomas went back and forth from James to the station, he would say, serves you right, he would say. Finally, the breakdown train got James back on the rails, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to move, so Thomas gladly jumped back to the station. When Thomas arrived at the station, the fat director came to see him. Thomas, I'm very proud of you today. Not only did you help James from a nasty accident, but you were one of the first people to respond to it. James shall have a new coat of red paint and proper brakes. And Thomas, I have one simple question. Would you like a branch line? Thomas was amazed. Really, sir? Thomas, you showed me through your troubles. Even though you've caused some problems, you still showed me that you are a really useful engine. And so, in my thanks to you, you shall have your very own branch line. Would you like that, Thomas? Yes, please, sir, said Thomas. then it's settled. Tomorrow morning, you'll get your coaches and get ready to pull passengers.
Now Thomas is as happy as can be. He has a branch line and 2 coaches called Annie and Clarabelle. He puffs proudly backwards and forwards with them all day. He is never lonely. Edward and Henry stop quite often and tell him the news. Gordon is always in a hurry, but never forgets to say poop poop. And Thomas always whistles peep peep in return.
He's the one. He's the one. He's the really useful engine that we adore. He's the one. He's the number one. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Little blue train, he's always there whenever you need a hand. If you need help with a situation, who comes in